Alright guys, I want to go over one, kind of how to make a Google form, and then two, what I'm expecting of you in the Google form that you make. So the goal is that we have a Google form that asks people about analogies at the same time showing relationships. So I'm starting right here. I am in my Google Drive. I go to New. I look down here. I don't see Google Forms right here, so I go to More. And here's my Google Forms, and I click on Google Forms. Now, once I get into Google Forms, I want to title my form. I'm going to call it Analogies Quiz. Now, sometimes it messes up. And you could actually, like if I put it here, up in the top left-hand corner, I do Analogies Quiz. I hit Return. Come down here, it actually changes it here on the title page of this too. So that's kind of nice. If you start here, you have to click up into here to change it. But you want to make sure that you name the things that you do, because if you don't name them and you go back to find them, you get completely lost. So what am I expecting on this Google form? Well, two things. Each question kind of has two parts. You start with giving an analogy. And over here, once you get to your question, the first one's automatically on here. I want to change multiple choice to short answer for the first part. And I'm going to make this a real simple analogy. I'm going to say up is to down. Okay, so up is to down, and then you ask, what is the relationship? Okay, and that's the first part. And actually, really, if you numbered it maybe even like 1A, that might help, and then the next one we're going to call 1B. But you say, what is the relationship? You allow for short answer text, and then the person could respond, hopefully opposites as the relationship. Now, the second part to this is you want to add a question. So over here, you can do a few different things. You want to hit the plus sign, add a question. We're going to call this question 1B, because it's the second part, and it's still going to be up to down. And instead of short answer, we're going to change this to multiple choice. And multiple choice is right there. And so I'm going to look down. Option 1, I'm going to say mother to daughter. Now, they're not really opposites, and so that's not going to be our correct answer. But let's say in here I put left to right. Okay, and I have left to right in here. Now, that's our correct answer. And then I'm going to put in one more. I'm going to say... let's do baseball and bat. And they're not opposites either. They have a different relationship, a different connection. And so I want at least 3 answers with 1 being correct. Okay, and so then the person has their multiple choice and they can choose. I want you to do 5 total. So you should have 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, all the way through to 5A, 5B. Some other things you can do. Let's say you wanted to throw an image in there over on the side. You can add image. And say you had baseball and bat, even though that wasn't even the correct answer. I go search. That'll just be easier to find. I put baseball bat. I search. There we go. I select one. Now it's going to come up real big. So then you're going to take the picture. Then you can minimize it a whole bunch. And then that looks a little bit more appropriate. Obviously, baseball and bat weren't even the answer, so you probably don't want to put that in as your image. You'd probably go with something with the up and the down as your image. That would make more sense. But those are just little things you can do. You can add YouTube videos into the Google form. If someone, maybe you ask a question, you want them to find the answer, you show them a YouTube video so they could find the answer. Obviously, you're not going to do that with analogies. Over here, add a title and a description. You can add different sections to your quiz, so maybe this is the section on opposites, this is the section on part to whole, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so that is basically what you do to make your quiz. Now, the other thing I want you to try too, and it doesn't necessarily always work with the with the short text answers, but definitely with the multiple choice. You hit quizzes. We're going to make this a quiz. We slide this over, make it a quiz. Release the grade immediately after each submission. So when you send this out to your friends or someone else, they take the quiz, they can automatically see their grade. Respondent can see missed questions. So I'm going to hit save on this. Now, when I go into this question, like this 1A, I can actually go to an answer key. And in my answer key, I could add a correct answer, and I could say opposites. Now, the tricky thing about this with the short answer is that the person has to match the answer correctly. Like if I put opposites in here and I misspell it or you misspell it, it will not be counted correctly. And then I can make it worth maybe 2 points. And if I wanted to, I can even add some answer feedback, and I can say opposites. You know, let's say they missed it and they didn't have the right answer. They put part to whole. Opposites is the answer. And save. And there we go. Now, for the multiple choice, this is where it comes in handy a lot. And you might even see myself. I'll give you a quiz like this. I go into my answer key here on the multiple choice. The correct answer was left to right. I make it worth, say, 2 points. And there I go. And now that's in my answer key. So when that quiz comes out, it's worth 2 points that the person puts left to right. If they miss it, they don't get the 2 points. Okay, so that's the basics of the Google form. I just wanted to go through it so now you kind of have a better idea of what you're doing in class. So I'm expecting 5 analogies total, but there'll be like 10 things because there's 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, 3A, 3B. And challenge yourself a little bit. Don't do all opposites. In fact, let's just say you can only do one opposite relationship and one synonym. You know, try to find a part to whole answer. Try to find a characteristic analogy. Try to do all those different ones. That will help you understand analogies more. If you're just doing all simple opposites, you're probably not really going to pick up on analogies that much. Okay? Good luck.